Hey, welcome to Lawn Crack, and today I want to give you a tour of my garage. Alright, what's going on, everybody? So today I just wanted to take a second and show you what you accumulate when you've been in this business for 8 or so years like I have. And this is my house garage. So this is the reason I bought this house in 2009. The same year that I started my business, and this was like more than enough space I needed back then because I had an F-250 and a 5x10 trailer. And since then, totally outgrown this space. We ended up renting some warehouse space down the street here from my house, which was very convenient, but we have since let that space go. We're just renting it, so we ended our lease, and now we actually run back out of here since we only mow and spray now. And it saves us at least $12,000 a year in rent and associated expenses. I have my extra U-Haul truck is right here. So I have a whole extra setup. I have both my crews are out right now mowing. Our spray crew is done for the season. It's, what is it, November 21st. So this is the extra mower that would go in that truck, but it's just not in the truck. But there's a 0-turn and a 48-inch snapper in the truck. And the truck was in here, but just backed it out for the video. But this is just kind of what you can expect over the years if you're doing this. I have more oil, different types of oil that I know what to do with. WD-40, always have a lot of stuff like that. But oil pans, jacks, all kinds of cleaning stuff. One of my customers sells this Lynch products. So it's really good fuel and oil additive if you're interested, lynchproducts.com or something like that. But it's really good. I think it's better than like Stay-Bill or any alternative like that. And they'll show you with little tests they can do to show you how the product is better. It's pretty cool. We've got an extractor. This is something you might want to get at some point. It comes in very handy. Take out oil, fuel, stuff like that. Random marking paint, more WD-40, a bunch of tools. I got like some cap and die sets. Hopefully you never need those, but every now and then you do. This is where we sharpen the blades. Extra blades down here. We just use the angle grinder, hit the backside with the bench grinder, and that's that. Pop them on and off with cordless impact like this. So much better than trying to like wedge your foot against the blade or a block of wood that can slip out. If you take it on and off with the impact, like 99% of the time it comes on and off, and no risk of injury there. I've had a guy slice his hand open one morning sharpening blades before we went out, and it was all bad. You can check out our video on blade sharpening if you wanted to know more about that. And so I got some extra trimmers over here. If you guys are doing pruning and mulching and light tree work and stuff like that, I would highly recommend grabbing a combi unit of some sort like this. I'm not big on telling people to go with steel or Echo or whatever. I run steel, obviously, and it's been great to us. But I know a lot of guys like Echo or Red Max or whatever. But if they make a combo unit, so I got the stick edger on here right now, can pop that off and put the extended heads trimmer on here with the rotating head so you can get any angle you need. Comes in very handy trimming tall shrubs. And then I also got the bed edger attachment for it, which we tried to use this. It doesn't really work that well, in my opinion. And then we also have the chainsaw attachment. This comes in super handy. If you're doing that type of work, a setup like that's probably going to end up running you over $1,500, roughly $1,500, somewhere in there. But if you're doing it, it saves you time, makes you money, so it's good. We got some extra little fertilizer and stuff like that in here. This is kind of cool. This is brand new. The Zomax got it at the show, which is the GIE Expo. I just call it the show, but $80. So next time you're at the show and you see them, especially if they're from China, they don't want to take the stuff back to China with them. So $80, got that. Haven't got to use it yet. I'm gonna try to get Ben Bingham from Go Getter Tree Service to test that out for me. Or maybe I'll end up cutting down a tree around here because I have a tree or two that should go. Salt left over from forever. I don't even know why I got this. It did come in handy aerating a big yard, pulling it behind a four-wheeler with some cinder blocks on it for weight. But I highly recommend getting like a walk-behind aerator or a stand-on if you can afford a stand-on, or just rent them when you need them. A welder, never even used a welder. This is my very first plow right here, and as you can see, it's had better days. But when we took this off the truck, it was working. I sold all my other plows at our height of snow removal. I had 4 trucks with plows and salters on them, and this is the last remaining one. I have like a graveyard of hand cans, and there's more over here. And I think that pile works, or most of those work maybe. These I could probably get them working, but it's just such a pain to do. And then I don't know how many people even know about this. This is a aerator, but this went when I had my walk behind Bobcat, the MT52. This would hook onto that, and it's hydraulically powered. And these tines would go down. These rotate on individual drums right here, but you would have hydraulic down pressure, and then these tines would be shaking in the soil. And I've never seen anything prepare soil for seed better than that. But you really had to be careful with this one being on the Bobcat. The tracks could potentially really tear up the lawn. But the good news is you kind of want it drier with this machine instead of moist or kind of wet when you're aerating, because it's not pulling plugs. So if it's wet when you run this machine, it really just shakes the mud, and then that doesn't really do anything. But I've got rid of like most of my hand tools, but I do still have like some leaf rakes, scoop shovel. I have a king of spades is back there. This is crucial, guys. If you're mulching and edging beds and planting trees, you want to get a $100 shovel. Like it's well worth the money. This is the king of spades. It's the slightly taller one, and I had a Wolverine which looked very similar, but I don't know what it was. This thing works much better in my opinion. Like if I was on the crew and we had both shovels, we needed to use both shovels, and I was using one of the shovels, I was using that over that Wolverine any day of the week. Plant tarps. You're transporting plants in open trucks and trailers. You got to tarp them. So that's when we used to do our installs and everything like that. Leftover tarps. Leaf sucker, I got this from a customer too. Don't really recommend this, but it did come in handy every now and then. Measuring wheel back in the day before we could just measure off the computer. All my balls, hitching balls, since we have these U-Haul trucks, I don't need all my balls and hitches, so I'm about to have a sale and get rid of a lot of this stuff. I can't wait. But this is something right here. Come on, camera lady. So this like, I'm not specifically talking about this. This is actually a cable installer, and I bought it and I never used it. But the reason I'm telling you is I bought this from the Home Depot tool rental department. So once they're done renting the equipment, they put it up for sale, and you can get this stuff cheap. I think I paid around $100 for this because how many people want to buy this? So I was like, screw it, throw it on there, because I bought a slice seeder, a dethatcher, and this same company, Easy Trench, the bed edger. That bed edger was like $2,800 new, and it had like 20-30 hours on it, because you got to think, people really renting equipment are going to Arts, Sunbelt. We have Steffens in the greater Cincinnati area. But the professionals are probably going to a major tool rental place, probably not Home Depot. Maybe I'm off here, but most of the stuff at the Home Depot is getting residential use, very light use, and then just like I say, if you're going to buy a U-Haul truck from U-Haul, they're in the business of renting trucks. So work them down on the price. You can work Home Depot down on the price on these because they aren't into selling their used rental equipment. They're into renting it. So for everything that I got, I think I was around 1700 or so for the bed edger, this, and the slice seeder and the depatcher. And that's a pretty good deal because everything was like brand new when I got it. And we put it to work. So the pressure washer, fluid stuff, the pressure washer, we haven't got to that yet, but all random hardscape stuff, all kinds of chisels and hammers and levels and cutters and dead blows and yeah, all that kind of stuff you would need to do hardscape. So a lot of that stuff is gone by now since we haven't done them for so long. Some bigger levels over here on the side. Extra emergency triangles. If you got DOT in your area, you need to have these triangles in your truck. But we got extra because we have less trucks now than we have had in the past. Some gator tree bags. Never used those. This was this right here. You know my story where I started with a plug-in Craftsman blower. This was my second blower that I bought for 20 bucks off Craigslist. So I still have this one, but it worked. It worked. It did the job at the time. So we got a saw with a diamond blade on it for cutting blocks. That's one of the saws we used. I used to have a big cut-off steel TS 760 steel. That thing was a monster. Propane, little heater thing, keep you warm in the winter. A ramp, couple ladders. And then we got stuff organized in this little dresser thing right here. And then look at this. This is a throwback. Those are the 22-inch rims that were on my Chrysler 300M Special Edition back in the day. Still got them. Got to do something with them. Only 2 of them have tires on them. Oh well. Some GeoGrid. We did a big wall. And it was at my grandma's house. And I was like, screw this GeoGrid stuff. So, did not use the GeoGrid because it was my grandma's house. And we were replacing an existing wall. So we had to build a wall like basically where the old wall was. And I was not digging back 6 feet to install that GeoGrid properly. So it is all left over. And the wall is still standing and still looks fine. So, but I would recommend if you're supposed to use GeoGrid, use it. And then I got this, my mom got me this for Christmas one year. And I can't say I would recommend this, but it did come in handy a little. You can cut some wood or some metal with that thing. It's mounted to the wall and stuff. So we got more of a paver cutter right here. Another diamond blade on that. Leftover pavers. We missed a jump box. Freaking leftover batteries, shop vac, step stakes. Some extra blowers. Here's the pressure washer that all the pressure washing fluid stuff went to. And then I recycle cans, so I got my cans out here. I don't know why they're not in the truck with the rest. About to go to the scrapyard. Some extra gas cans. All our old Organics jugs when we used to run Organics instead of brewing our own compost tea, which is a lot cheaper than Organics. So we just make it ourselves and then pocket that money. And then finally wrapping it up, we got the tool chests. I just buy like, honestly, Harbor Freight stuff, guys. I'm like Harbor Freight guy. I haven't had too many issues with them. Like if you take care of it and you're not using it like every day, like you're a carpenter or something, like those Harbor Freight tools really work. Or a mechanic if you're using sockets and stuff. But whatever. Got a bunch of extra boots for the spray guys, different sizes because they come and go. And I keep the boots. And then we took our spray reel off of the spray tanks, and the spray tanks are out back. The truck's empty that was in. And yeah, getting ready for the winter and just to take a big break. So, I hope you like the tour. It's what we're working with here at Loyal Green / Lawn Crack, whatever you want to call it. But really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you would like to comment, please leave a comment. I will get back to you as fast as I can. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The podcast is Lawn Care Business Academy on iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play Music. And you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. So, thanks a lot.
Hey, I just want to take a quick second to say thank you for watching the video. We really appreciate your support. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you like our content. Share the videos with anyone you feel could benefit from them. We are here to help in any way we can. Please reach out to us. Thanks again for watching the video. Keep making money.